All right. Another spicy title. Oh, man. Am I the asshole for divorcing my husband for a man who gave me a kidney? What? I'm already like this.
That's weird.
I'm already like this. I, female 43, have a genetic kidney condition, and I lost the function of both my kidneys a couple of years ago. I don't know, that's rough. I was on dialysis and on a transplant list. I never drank alcohol before and never did anything to exacerbate my disease. It's just the luck of the draw. My husband, John, 49 male, refused to get tested. It's his choice and I can't make him. However, I have a friend, Sam, male 34, who donated his kidney to me. He didn't directly donate it to me because we were not compatible, but it was a part of the kidney chain. I'm not too sure what a kidney chain is. Because of him, I was able to get a kidney. I thanked him profusely because he literally saved my life. We had not been close friends, and I asked him why he decided to donate. He told me that he harbored affection for me, but did nothing because I was married. When he found out that I needed a kidney, he didn't want me to die. That's crazy. It turned my world upside down. I did not want to engage in an emotional affair, so when I did question my feelings for my husband, I immediately went for separation. I was happier apart from John, and I filed for divorce. John was blindsided and devastated of what I had done. People I know have called me cold-hearted for what I have done. Am I the asshole? Heavy.
That's interesting.
Heavy.
Good one.
Heavy.
That's very interesting.
Heavy.
Go ahead.
Damn. That's so, you know, the one thing, let me start off by saying she's not the asshole. But there's one detail that prevents her from being the asshole. And it is the husband did not want to test his kidney to show that he was a match for her.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one element is what makes this very, like, on her side.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was at that point where he didn't provide a solid reason, and he knew that without the kidney, she was going to pass away. She was going to die, right? So for him not to even want to test to see if he could save his wife, he practically in his head said, yeah, kudos. You know, it is what it is.
Sucks to be you.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the only thing keeping this going. If he tested his kidneys and found out that he was compatible with her, and then that friend of her provided a kidney to her, and then she was like, why am I with this guy? And then she ended up marrying that dude, then she's the asshole because she's just jumping to whatever person who could provide for her. Clearly, if he did that, this man tried to help you out. He just wasn't compatible with you, right?
Yeah.
At that point, I think it's weird for her to leave and just go to whatever man that supports her, right? Because he did support her, realistically, right?
Yeah.
But I also, to the point, fam, I also think, I think that's why men and women cannot be friends, fam. You know, always going back to that. There's always one person waiting for their opportunity.
Down to the point where he's holding down his kidney for her.
Man was willing to give a kidney for her. And imagine that thing. Imagine if it didn't work out.
Yeah. You'd be kidneyless and girlless, fam. That'd be crazy. That's just a crazy. That's holding out for that long. That's crazy. I don't know. What do you think?
I agree. She isn't the asshole. I'm borderline of the two guys being partial assholes, though.
Okay. The two guys. Okay.
Two guys.
Yeah.
I agree. Him not even getting tested. You have to take if you're willing to stay with this person, you're willing to build a life, you have to take that risk.
Of course.
Of trying to see if you're compatible, and if so, then coming to a decision, having that discussion. Do I want to give a transplant, or do I want to wait and see if someone else can give it to her because I'm afraid of getting under the knife, or I'm afraid of getting surgery, whatever that is.
Right.
Other guy, he's a solid person for jumping and saying, I'll do it without no one asking. He's an asshole for professing his love that quick when this girl's still in a relationship.
I 100% agree.
I don't believe in that. He could have came up with something else for why he did that.
He could have just kept it.
He could have kept it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and said, let me see, because he said apparently it was chain, which I'm assuming is he made it a possibility for her to get another one that's suitable for her, and he gave it his to someone else. That's what I'm assuming.
Possibly, yeah.
Like they moved around kidneys, and she got one that's suitable for her body, and someone else got his that's suitable for theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's not an asshole, but he's a partial asshole for taking that risk.
Right.
What do you think, though?
Wait, no. Before you jump on, sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna forget the point. The reason why I don't think that guy is the asshole, the person who gave her a kidney, is because if my wife was to cheat on me, it's not the fault of the external person. I think it always is my wife, because it's her decision
Yeah.
to want to go out and explore things with other people. If I'm with a partner,
Yeah.
I expect people to make advances towards her, because if I like her, I'm sure the other person would find her a beautiful young woman, right? Or not young, I don't know why I said that, but somebody would find her attractive, right?
Yeah.
But it's her call to be like, this is what I'm going to do and this is what I'm going to accept. I think it's not his, because I expect the guys to do that.
Yeah.
I expect my wife to be the one who says no.
Do you know where the difference is, though?
Go ahead.
She said me and him are not that friendly, so we're to assume he and the guy are friendly. He and the guy are some sort of friends. If you know me and my wife, and then you decide to profess, that's where it draws different. If she cheats and she cheats on someone that with someone that doesn't know me,
Yeah.
that's one thing. If you know me and my wife, that's a completely different thing if she cheats.
But dogs are dogs, bro. They always shoot their shot.
Nah, that's where the morality thing comes into play. Regardless of dogs are dogs, there's plenty of other women out there that you can go after than professional, even if you have feelings for her.
But he's not part of the part of the relationship.
Huh?
He's not part of the
taking
relationship.
that regardless, you know me and her taking that action is where you cross the line. Even professing your love crosses the line.
Right. No, I 100% agree with what you're saying. Like, once you, like, it's one thing to have love for this person, but for you to go out of your way, and I disagree with what you said before, fam, because not only is he professing his love for her, he's also saving her life too, right? So this is a person who's protecting her and loves her.
Okay.
Right? It's kind of hard for her to go against that, or even see it like in a way where she can't think or consider it, because her actual spouse, it seems like he doesn't even give a fuck if she lives or dies.
Yeah.
You know, so he's the person who's professing his love for her is putting her in a tight box to me. And that's, to me, is an asshole move too. So that's why I agree with him. Where both these guys, unnecessary actions, to be honest with you. Her husband could have easily just got a test, see if he was compatible or not, and dealt with his wife. He didn't want to do that. And this guy could have easily just donated a kidney and helped let somebody survive and let them live their life for as long as they need to live. Didn't have to go and ruin a marriage. You know, I just think that once you go out of your way to speak to somebody who's in a committed relationship in the way where you want to pursue them, you're an asshole. No matter what, you're just a dick for that. Like, why are you just going to ruin someone else's peace?
Sure. But the point, I always think the husband is the asshole, first and foremost.
Yeah,
I was saying with the case of if he was to do the compatibility test and he wasn't. But let's put that aside for now. Let's stick with right now. The reason why I don't see that dude as the asshole for the reasons I mentioned is because I don't hold, when it's my relationship, I don't hold external factors accountable. I think it's between us to make sure things keep going. I think that's where you and I kind of maybe see things differently.
But do you take fault in other people pursuing your significant other?
What do you mean by that?
Like, if your friend made a move on your girl,
Yeah.
are you going to stay friends with that guy?
No, I'm not. I'm going to cut him off. But that's different. I would just cut him off because I don't want that type of person in my life.
How's that different in this case where he knows the guy and the girl?
What do you mean?
Well, we don't know for a fact if he knows the guy.
But he said,
but he knows that they're
married.
He knows that she's married and she's off the market.
But let's say he knows, because they said they're friends, but she's not too friendly with him.
Yeah, she said, we have not been close friends. Yeah, she just said, we have not been close friends. And I asked him why he decided to donate. He told me that he harbored affection for me, but did nothing because I was married.
Yeah. So was he ever friends with the husband?
Doesn't say.
Yeah, so he wasn't ever friends with him. He doesn't have no, but that's besides the point. Even if my friend was to make a move on my girl, I would obviously not be with my girl anymore, and I would cut the dude off because I don't need that type of person around my life. But when it comes to the accountability aspect of it, I still think it's 100% her. She's the one who willingly accepted advances towards that person, you know? And as a default, I don't want to have him around either. I'm not saying I want to keep that type of energy around, but when it comes to the situation itself, I hold her accountable.
100%.
Yeah, I hold her 100% accountable.
So
but she's
why
keeping
did you
like,
cut
bro,
him off?
she's
Because I don't
being
need that type of
presented,
energy in my life.
she's
There's
being
no
presented
percentage
with somebody who has so much more redeeming qualities.
What do you mean?
It's hard for her to say no, to go against that. You know what I mean?
But
in this scenario,
in this scenario, I get it because the guy clearly told her to go die. He told her to go die.
Right.
But I'm saying in the case of, of course, he saw somebody who's actually willing to take the chance to save her. I understand how that looks, you know? And that was the reason originally when I said she's not the asshole, because clearly she needs to align herself with people who actually care about her, right? But in the case of, you know, if he did try
Mhm.
and just so happens that he wasn't compatible and the same thing still happened and she chose to go to that guy, I think she's the asshole then. Because I tried, you know, like I put my foot in the water just to check to see, you know?
Mhm.
It's not my fault that it didn't work out and things were compatible. And for you to just jump to whoever supports you at the time that you're most vulnerable, I think that speaks to your character more.
Mhm.
I think emotional vulnerability is real though. You know, like you can catch somebody in a time frame where in their life where they're not even thinking logistically or
Yeah.
like, you know, like logically in terms of like I'm in a relationship, this person really loves me. Like there's so much that goes into that way of thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to tell who has the emotional stability to kind of, you know, stay away from that and who's kind of like there's mistakes that happen all the time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I just think it's hard to kind of put 100% of the blame on the person when the other person who's courting her is the one putting it out there.
And
You know
he
what I
put
mean?
a whole game plan in effect.
He said, yo, this time
yeah.
I have a kidney she needs.
He put a
Like, yo,
whole
all
game
these
plan.
years she was married, fam? No way I could have got her. But now,
I think that's just so tiring because I'm not saying like holding other people external to my relationship accountable. Like it's just like, at what point does the wife not need to take accountability?
no,
for
it's not that
accepting
she's
these
not
actions?
accountable.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that she's also accountable. It's taking
She's
accountability.
most compatible. I mean, most accountable.
Compatible.
That too. Clearly with him. You saw how I did that?
Physically and spiritually, right?
Yeah.
Physically and spiritually.
Literally, bro.
Nah, I wouldn't say she's not the asshole in this one, man.
Yeah.
This one's a very, very messy one. I'm not gonna
Not
lie.
at all.
Why would you refuse to get tested? What's wrong with this guy, John?
I don't know.
49 male. Get outta here, bro.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit, man.
Mm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Gang, we're done.
And that's it.